Alright, we have returned with Darkwood, game developed by Ask the Wizard. You may call me Hauffman. And well, it's been a while since I've played a game. I don't quite remember where we were, where we left off, what we were doing. Well, actually, I remember slightly what we were doing. I think we were trying to build a shovel. Isn't that correct? I do believe so. Let me check here. It doesn't really tell me how much reputation do I have, but I think we were really close to acquiring 450, right? I think it just had to survive this night, not to get 100 reputation, so we could buy the shovel head and make the shovel. Alright, let's go with it. I think that what is next for us is actually nighttime. Yeah, as you can see up there, it's almost nighttime. Let's turn on the generator and get ourselves ready for the night, which is almost upon us. Oh, we need some gas. It's not going to last us the whole night. Usually for the generator to actually last the whole night, it needs, well, in order for the gas to feed the generator for the whole night, you usually need at least 2 of these sticks, 2 of these bars down here, fully filled. Yes, that's how I say that. I guess so. Otherwise, the generator will black out before the end of the night, and you don't want that to happen. Trust me, not a good idea. Right, let's go on. Now that we have our generator full, let's head back to our hidey hole here. Yes, and be prepared for... Oh, speaking of being prepared, I need to repair my board with nails. And like I told you, be prepared for whatever may be coming. Or just be prepared for that long wait through the... Let me prepare this through the night, yes, where things might happen or might not. What can you tell? Yeah, the game's pretty much like that. You should know that by now. But of course, not necessarily that's a bad thing. We've already spoke about that, but I'm going to speak about it again. That having the game, to wait until the nighttime comes, is not necessarily like just wasting time. It's actually a build-up. I do believe so. A build-up of the psychological horror. You have to get yourself calm and even relaxed. You know, just having nothing to do, so that your senses may not be really prepared for what is to come. I'm guessing that's more or less what should be happening. The idea is that this waiting turns you off on purpose. Yes, it actually, like I just said, it makes you relax, and your guard goes down. Again, supposedly, that's how I see it. And having your guard down, you'll be more vulnerable to whatever the game is thrown at you, and that's when that psychological horror comes in. Yes, you are just on the tension to waiting, on that anxiety for what is to come. And I don't know about you, but that's the psychological part of psychological horror. Don't you think? Don't you believe me? So yeah, I'm not sure how people see this whole waiting before something happens, but I think that's necessary in this game. Even though I think it's not for everybody for many reasons. Some people may not be able to deal with this psychological trick of the game. Some people may be too hasty, perhaps, or too unquiet. Is that a word? Well, they just can't stand still, so they will be too anxious to do something, and cannot really wait, and probably will think the game's bad because of that. Understandable for them. But I think that's a nice trick. I don't know if they calculated all of this. That is, oh, there we go. So let me just cut what I'm saying here to tell you that when we are around 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that, night really kicks in, because you cannot see the other rooms of the house, and this fog comes to block your view, to make everything even more mysterious. 11 o'clock, 11 and a half o'clock. What will happen this night? Again, nothing may happen, or something may happen. We just stand still here. We stay on that. Oh, I can hear some things. We stay on that anxiety to what is coming to get us this night, and that's how the game works pretty much. I gotta say that I'm not really prepared for what the night brings, especially if it's combat, because it's been a while since I played the game. I can hear whispers. I don't know if you can hear that too. I don't know if that means something. I hope it's not one of those night with ghosts, where one of the lights go off and you have to stay close to the one which is still on. That's really nasty. It might be one of those. Come. I will come. Yeah, I will come. Come to me. Let's go outside. I shouldn't do that, but I'm used to the game, so I feel adventurous today. Wait. What the hell? Did I really get the wrong thing? Come on. I got a gas instead of a lamp. Jesus Christ. I'm really out of my mind. Here, let's go over there. Let's go through here, shall we? What is out there for us? Enemies? Or something good? Oh, look at that. It's something good. A shiny stone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get out of the whatever the hell that is. Oh, hello. Oh, he's upon me. Son of a gun. Come on, my combat is not really up to par. Well, not that bad, though. I took a few hits. Oh boy. Am I not in the protected area? Yeah, that thing, you never saw that, right? I was going to explain you, but the savage actually stopped me from doing so. And you are supposed to be scared of that, right? But it's not really how it goes. Yes, the noise, the sound scares you, but once it touches you, it's not as scary anymore. I think they should have made that a little more dangerous. Yes, those are the night worms. How do they call that? Oh, looks who's coming! Someone who got killed. Yeah, that's what you get for getting in my room while not invited to do so. And we got some loot from that. So those worms, those red worms, are actually what awaits you. There we go. They ate what awaits you outside of the protective gas. So all the nonsense and stories about the gas, they were true. You better stay within it. Just in case you wondering, why did you go around exploring the road and whatever, see what's out there? That's because there's those worms are out there to get me, and it's unfortunate that it's very unepic, or not epic, the way how the whole thing goes when let's keep this. I think I will need it. How not epic it is when the worms get to you. As you could see there, nothing really happened. Yes, I got damaged, I think, perhaps, I'm not sure, but for the noise and the sound that it makes, for how horrible and dangerous it look, when it gets to you, it doesn't really do much. Yes, it doesn't kill you, it doesn't scare you. So yeah, I wish they I'm just nitpicking here, of course, but I wish that enemy was a little more how can I say, scary. Yes, more meaningful. Alright, I think we got 100 extra reputation. We did so. We have even a shiny stone. Yeah, we have a shiny stone. Let's sell that. and buy a shovel blade. We'll have so much money now. Shovel blade, there we go, and make our shovel. So yeah, those worms, I'm not sure if I've been unfair, but in my mind I would expect that whole sound, that whole creature to be a little more, let's say, ferocious. Is that a word? I'm not sure. A little more, yeah, I think the word meaningful is to be used here, because when it gets to you, it doesn't mean much. Like, oh damn, I thought I was screwed, but no, I just have to run away. It's just really to keep me away from, keep me from running around the house or running around in the darkness. Yeah, nothing much will happen. Well, that I'm going to die probably if I stay outside of the protective gas, but if I stay a little bit out of it, nothing will really happen. No monster, no, not monster, but no meaningful danger will come to me. That's kind of a bad deal, let's say. What was I looking for here? Shovel. Why can I not? Oh, I need a tape too to make shovel. Well, good thing I got that shiny stone then, right? Because otherwise I would not be able to make the shovel, I guess. Probably I would just have to, I don't know, sell something to get the tape. There we go. Now we have exactly 100 reputation left after this trade. Thanks for the event of the night. Thanks for the the worms. No, not really. Let me check here. Okay, I have everything I need to make the shovel. Let's make that shovel. It's heavy, but it has good reach. Now, let's compare the board with nails with the shovel. So here you have the animation. Yes, how much you have to wait before the weapon's ready to attack. This much, and it's pretty fast, because I think the description says it's fast, isn't it? Anyway, here we go with the board and nails, and here with the shovel. Jesus Christ. It may seem like it's not much of a difference, but when you're in the fight and you are ready, consider that it depends so much on timing, you know, to move around and be ready to attack. While I will keep clicking, and you see that he will only attack when the animation is fully ready, like this, you know. So it has a little more, the time to the delay, yes, in order to attack is a little longer than with the board with nails, and that can really put you off any combat. And considering how bad I am currently with combat, because I forgot, well, I lost my skills, I guess, pretty much because I stayed too long away from the game. I have to relearn it. Yeah, isn't that what always happens with any skills and knowledge you have? Right, if you stop using it, you lose it. Well, you don't completely lose it, but you forget. Have I turned off the generator? I have, haven't I? Yeah, I have. What we're going to do next? I think we're going to head down. We can go to the wedding and to the underground entrance, but I think I'm going to go to the underground entrance first, because there's something I've been trying to see for a while, which involves using a shovel. I need a light source too. There we go. We have the lantern there. Let's put away this bottle and this rags and scrap metal. Anything else I don't need here? I think I will make another bench with alcohol. There we go. And let's head there. See what awaits us down there. Do I have to buy anything else? Let me just do one last check and save to see if I don't need anything else. Actually, what I'm planning to do is to try and make a handgun. It takes a while to do so, because you need a handgun frame and weapon parts, I think, in order to make a handgun, and perhaps something else. But well, you can see that each one of these is already pretty expensive. Yes, it will take me like around 9 nights if in order to get the necessary amount of reputation to make a handgun, even though the good thing is that I don't really need a handgun in this part of the map. Yeah, this one. I will be only using it on these later parts over here. So yeah, definitely would be good to have a handgun right now, but not necessary. Yeah, I was telling you that, isn't that what happens to us when we stay too long? Did I hear something? If I stay too long, if you stay too long without using one of your skills or remembering some sort of knowledge, you end up forgetting. How unfortunate. So pretty much that's what happened to me here in a much smaller span of time. I spent a little some time without playing, and now my combat skills is pretty shitty. Well, it was pretty shitty supposedly before, but now it's even worse. I forgot all the techniques and whatnot and timings, right timings to attack and stuff. Because really, if you stay too long without using that information, your, let's say, hard drive will be, well, your brain will be deleting those information from the hard drive, which is your brain. Yes, it's the comparison, if you didn't get that. Right, let's head into the underground entrance. I think there's nothing else to... I wonder if I can have 3 lamps if I drag this over to my house instead of just 2. Really wonder. Here we go, entrance to the underground passage. Well, entrance. The entrance to the underground entrance. Yes, I'm using. Yeah, so I brought a source of light because here a light bulb dimly lit the well. Hang there. A light bulb dimly lit the wet walls of the underground passage. The further parts rather than complete darkness. I need a light source to continue or something like that. Anyway, you need a freaking light source in order to continue. Even though I don't think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm not going to head to the east right now. Look at this. Motorcycle magazine. Motorcycle? Did they read motorcycle? Because I don't think that's what was written there. Anyway, I'm really I really suck at reading, especially in English. So I will go to this west part because it's been a while that I've been trying to get here. Because as you can see, there's rubble here, and you can use a shovel. The tunnel walls were crushed by enormous roots. You can use a shovel to dig. Yes. This rubble, and I always wondered what was in this part of the tunnel. Let's find out now. So more rubble. Is that it? More rubble? Hopefully there's not more. The tunnel walls were crushed by enormous roots. Let's... okay. Can I dig? Ooh, look at the damage that my shovel took by doing that. Yeah, unfortunately I will not be able to use the shovel as a combat weapon this time around, but... wow, really? That's an epic. After all that waste with the shovel, all I get is a goddamn dead end with a corpse. Well, at least the corpse has some interesting loot, right? I don't know. Well, I will need the weapon parts for the pistol. I think these things here are either for the rifle or perhaps shotgun. I'm not sure. Or is it the single-use shotgun? I'm not sure. Anyway, fortunately, I will not be able to continue to the east right now. Our time has come to 10. So I thank you for your time. I hope you come by the next episode so we may continue with our adventure. Yes, on Darkwood, not Darkwoods, like I say sometimes. It's not in plural, it's singular. And before I go, let me check the journal quickly so you can... I'm not going to read this, but I'm going to show you so you can read it. If you want to pause the video and read it. Yes, it's pretty amusing what's written here, pretty interesting, but I'm not going to read it because, as you may have noticed, my reading skills are pretty bad, right? I think that's all that is important here, that's useful to read, the journal. And yeah, motorcycle magazine, but these are not motorcycles, are they? Anyway, nothing else is interesting to read here. Okay, so hope to see you by the next episode. Until then.